What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Dave's RC Total Line, episode 15. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. Big 17 flight in the books, guys. I'm gonna say this, Rye. It flew me for the first like 20 seconds, and then I flew it. Yeah, I'm actually uploading the video right now, guys. I just got home. I scrambled to edit that video, and I did it from my phone real quick. Yeah, I hustled home real quick. That's right, Wreckham Royce. That's right. What's up, Fireblade? What's going on, man? So, let's turn that light off. We don't need that light on. Here we go. So, yeah, the video should be up pretty soon here. Craig Beeman, how you doing, man? All right, so I would like to open up this episode with our Asshole Month Award. And this month's Asshole of the Month Award is brought to you in part by Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike show. Our Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike YouTube channel, I should say. Some of you guys may know who it is. Some of you guys may not know who it is. But I'm looking for his name right now. I had it written down, but it's out in the living room. Yeah. So there it is. All right. Oh, no. Did he take the comment down? He took the comment down. No! I don't know his name. I forgot his name. Never mind, guys. Anyways, he knows who he is. We don't have to say any names. We don't have to say any names. But anyways, guys, I was having a hard time finding one. I couldn't find one person that pissed me off enough this month to where I could nominate him for the Asshole of the Month award. But it smacked everybody in the face this morning, and it was it kind of was what it was, man. And Ryan, you're absolutely right, and everybody else was right too. Just trying to get a rise out of you, man. And as soon as he figured out how much back you had and how much support you had, he pulled that message pretty quick, man. He's like, I'm out of here. He tucked his tail, bro, taped it around his waist, and boom, see ya. He was out of here, man. Holy cow, 21 people in already. So let's check out the chat. It worked. Yeah, it worked. Anyone and everyone that follows your channel knows the deal, like Jeff just said. Yeah. Anyway, guys, back to what's important. This son of a bitch is awesome. It's awesome, man. I was rolling out, and the plane actually hit a bump. It knocked the nose up in the air a little bit. It hit a bit of grass, and without even touching the sticks, that thing went off the ground. I didn't even have to touch the sticks. The thing lifted right off the ground by itself. I did do the maiden flight with down just because of those gear issues that everybody knows about. Or if you don't know about it, this has a gear cycling issue where you got to cycle the gear one full time before the gears start actually working. I got that bit of information from Pilot Ryan and Deuces Wild. If you haven't checked out Deuces Wild's channel, guys, get over there and subscribe to Deuces Wild. RC. He's a great dude. He's a good pilot. And if it wasn't for him yesterday and Jeff Custom RC, I would have ran into some issues with this thing that typically I don't run into with a free wing model. Hal, how you doing, buddy? Usually when I buy a free wing model, I don't have to fabricate anything. I don't have to snip anything. I don't have to cut anything. Everything is already in the correct order and the operation in the manual and which way you got to put it together. It's all there. It's all crystal clear. All the parts fit. This one is a little different, you guys. You're going to do a little bit of work to this thing before you get it airborne. But I promise you guys, this thing flies so lovely. Even flying around that whole time, I had the gear down the whole time. So that's a lot of drag on the plane. And it still flew really nice. It had a little bit of a nose down attitude, which is great because I like that anyways. I like when I pull out of my bank and I even the wings off and she's got a slightly downward pitch. I like that. And that's exactly the way she was flying. She's a bit of a floater on the landings, so be ready for that. Make sure that you understand that this plane can float. It really, really, really can float. Bank and yank, that's right. I didn't mess around with the rudder too much in this first maiden flight. I just wanted to see what that battery was going to do in this plane. And I tell you what, guys, I'm going to be ordering some Admiral 6S 5000s because that Turnigy heavy-duty Turnigy battery, that 5000 that I used, at the end of the flight, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I was at 7% battery life, you guys. Crazy. I know I charged the battery on the way. When I got to the field, it said finished. I should have checked the cells. You'll hear Eddie saying that in the video. You should check your cell before you fly. Pulled it off the damn charger. I figured, damn, this thing's got to be charged up. You know, I didn't even think twice about it. I've done it a million times. If there's something wrong with the battery, my charger will tell me. It'll say, hey, there's an error here. Something's wrong with your battery. Roaring Top 5500 70C. And that's the other thing, guys. I'm also wanting to go pick up a few of those Flex Innovation batteries there. I can't remember. Is that what they are? They're not Flex Innovation batteries, but RC Jetworks batteries. I wanted to pick up a couple of those RC Jetworks batteries. This thing probably would do a lot better on a 5500 to a 6000. That's just my opinion. The 5000 felt pretty light in this, you guys. And I had it quite a bit forward. He sells Roaring Tops as well. Are the Roaring Top are they? No, we already went over this. It's not the same company that makes them, but doesn't RC Informer use a lot of the Roaring Top batteries? Is that him? Isn't it RC Informer that uses those? Yeah, see, so I think I'll pick up a couple of 6000s. I think this plane would be perfect for 6000s. That was a 2 minute and 10 second flight, full bore. I was going full speed mostly the whole time. I cut back right at the end just to get her in position to land. And she was down. The battery, this Turnigy battery that I have was at 7% battery life when I finally got her taxied back to me. So what's up, Captain Photon? Ricky, my man, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. I mean, there's really nothing more I can say about the plane. Make sure, like Pilot Ryan says, you want to go through it really, really, really good, you guys. Make sure every single thing is up to par. You know what these models are. You know what it takes for one of these models to stay in the air properly. Make sure that you do that, because if you don't, you might run into an issue, and you don't want to be having issues while you have this bad boy up in the air. It's a beautiful model. You don't want to crash it, you guys. This is one beautiful model. I've already dead set on installing a better power system in the thing. I don't know what I'm going to use. I'm thinking that I'll probably put some type of an FMS in runner in it. I don't know if they make a 90 mil. But I definitely would like to put some type of a 90 millimeter setup in this, and I would like to put it on 8S. I would like to have this thing on 8S. I think this plane would go really, really nicely on 8S. You don't need 8S in this. Not at all. I just think that the model, to me personally, I think that I could have a little bit more fun with it if I had it on an 8S system with some type of an in-runner. That way I'm getting decent flight times. I blame my flight time today on going full throttle the whole time and using a subpar battery. I bought those batteries just because I got a deal on them back during Christmas, and they've just been sitting around here collecting dust, and I just started to charge them up like a month or so ago. I haven't really messed with them or used them because they have XT90 connectors on them, and everything that I have is EC5. But you guys see, yeah, FMA Raven Rock, is that an in-runner or an out-runner 90 millimeter fan? It's an in-runner. Okay. See, that's what I want. That's what I would like to get. Jeff, hey, could you do me a favor, man? Can you get me a price on that? What's the price on that thing on the in-runner? I would like to have the whole fan unit as one, not just the in-runner. I'd like to have the whole thing. EC5 and XT90 work together. Yeah, I know they do. I actually made a video on that, Ryan, that they do work together. You just got to make sure they don't. They sometimes they can fit a little loose. You don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess that up. But if you know what you're doing and you put your wires in there so that they're pushing against one another, as a matter of fact, when I was doing the build video on my my former Skylord, I actually plugged the two together and it worked. $93. Holy shit, that's not bad. What's the kV on that, Raven Rock? Does it give you a kV? I'm curious because 6S50C minimum. Raven Rock, 1900 kV. 1900 kV. Does that seem right, you guys? 1900 kV. The one that's in this plane is a 1550, but this is an outrunner. So 1900 kV. And that's on 6S. That's a 6S 90 mil fan. Ryan has the unit from his FMS on his store. All right, Eric, I'll check that out. F16 is an 1835 in runner. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'll look into it. I was actually this close, you guys. I was this close to pulling the trigger on another 8S JP fan. I was this close. But the JP fan is an outrunner. It's an 8S fan, but it's an outrunner. I would like to get similar power that it has now with just slightly better flight times. That's basically where I'm at. I think a lot of the battery being that low when I landed it after 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I think it's just a crappy battery. I just think it's not a very good battery. Yes, the 383 is a big block. I actually had a 383 big block in my Dodge Dart GT. That was a bad car, man. That was a bad boy. They didn't make a lot of those. And that was a lot of motor for such a little car. I had Mickey Thompson's on the back of that car. Is Roy getting everybody to talk about cars again? He is, isn't he? Roy, this is an RC channel, man. You're going to get us all talking about cars again. 383 Chevy. A 383 Chevy is a small block, though. The 396 is the big block. Talking about his CUDA. Okay, yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 440. Holy cow. Jesus. All right, you guys. So what else? I brought the Raptor out today, but I didn't get a chance to get to it. I was so nerved up about flying this thing that the last thing that I wanted to do was jump into a Raptor flight. But it's going to be the next one that I fly, you guys. I already have it in the truck. I already have it hooked up, and that is the 8S version. I'm wondering if that. So the 8S, yeah, the 8S Inrunner that is in the Raptor is a 1450 or 1490 kb. It's 1490 kb, 8S, 150 amp speed controller. I think that would be ridiculous in this plane. That would be absolutely awesome to put that system into this plane. I couldn't even imagine it. I couldn't even imagine how nice this thing would go. Not that it needed the extra power, you guys. This thing, with the fan that it has in it and the 100 amp ESC that are in it, it has plenty of power to fly around. It's just a little power hungry. The fan in this thing is a power hungry little thing. Like I said, it's sucked that battery dry almost, and I was only up for about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. A pretty fast fly. I mean, I had it pinned. I had the throttle pinned pretty much the whole time. Except for the last couple of go-arounds. I think the video should be up soon. But the way it took off, you guys, yeah, the video's posted now, you guys. The way it took off it was so awesome, man. It was just, I just hit the throttle. I made sure it was staying straight with my nose wheel. And then all of a sudden it just hit a bump and it went, and it came off the ground by itself. I didn't even have to touch the elevator, you guys. The thing came off the ground by itself. It was pretty cool. I did half a circuit, pulled the flaps, left the gear down, probably went about 3 or 4, maybe 5 circuits, and then I started setting up an approach for a landing. The one thing that I'm going to tell you guys is this thing floats. It will float. It doesn't need much to keep her in the air, for sure. She's real floaty. She's got a lot of wing surface. Real comfortable in the air as well. I think I had my ailerons at 90% with 30% expo, and I had my elevator at 85% with 25% expo, and it was perfect. I didn't have to touch a thing. It was absolutely beautiful. It was locked in right there. I don't have to change a thing as far as the rate goes in the radio. It's perfect. It doesn't need anything more or anything less. It's right where it needs to be for my comfortability. And it still leaves me with enough surface there. If I have to get myself out of some trouble, I have some room to work with. What are we talking about in the chat now? Fred Barron have Cadillac S, 289, 469 horsepower, 435 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, my Jeep Grand Cherokee's pretty fast too, you guys. It's only a V6, but it's the newer V6s that they're putting in the 27 or 20 from 2014 all the way up till now. They've been putting these newer V6s in them. It's not the old straight sixes like it used to be in the Grand Cherokees or the V8. They still do have the V8 Cherokees, but I tell you what, man, the little 6-cylinder Cherokees, they're actually a little bit more umphy than the V8 Cherokees. The V8 Cherokees are kind of like a log. They're not very fast, but I tell you what, man, stock before I started putting the cold air intake on it and the exhaust system on it, and chipping it, it's like 296 horsepower stock or something like that. And I think I have mine up to about like just under 400 horsepower now, just under 400. And that thing rips, man. It rips. It absolutely rips. It's such a fast truck. I'm blowing away Mustangs around here, man. These Mustangs pull up next to me and they're revving their engine, and then mine's all quiet. It's like quiet as a mouse. Yeah, the new Jeeps are really nice, you guys. Really, really nice. And inside, it's all leather. It's beautiful, like just absolutely beautiful inside of those things. And plenty of room to put as many planes back there as I want. I was able to even fit that Beast biplane back there, which was like, I didn't think that was going to happen. When I bought that plane, I was like, I'm going to have to come back for this bird. No, I got her in there, man. She does fit. She barely fits, but she fits. The Corsair is actually 1600 millimeters. It's actually a little bit wide. It's a little bit wider than that Beast. I think that Beast comes in at like 15 something. I think it's like 1500, a little over 1500 millimeters, the Beast biplane. Or it might be right at 1500 millimeters. I can fit 1500 millimeters in the back of my truck. If I go anything higher than 1500 millimeters, if I go to 1600 millimeters, it's not fitting. I have to take the wings off. I also have the Corsair to maiden as well, you guys. So I'm going to go out with just those two planes on Sunday, and I'm just going to see how many flights I can get on both of them. I'm going to do the Raptor and the Corsair. That's it. Ryan, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a little sketchy. I was a little nervous. I ain't going to lie. I don't BS. I was nervous, and I shouldn't have been, because it flew like an angel, man. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Thanks for stopping in, Ryan. We'll see you tomorrow in the Pilot's Lounge, buddy. I'm looking forward to seeing that 64 millimeter F-16. I might go ahead and purchase myself one. 32 people in here, you guys. Holy cow, man. So yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out the maiden flight on this, it just went up. It's probably been up for maybe about 10, 15 minutes now, maybe 5 minutes now. And it was exactly that. It was a maiden flight. I kept the gear down, and just made sure that I didn't want to cycle the gear and then have them not work or something dumb like that. So I just left the gear down for this maiden flight. Not to mention, I didn't want to mess around. I just wanted to keep my hands on the sticks. I wanted to feel the plane out. I wanted to see what it had for power. She's kind of a pig, you guys, as far as power goes. But the good thing about this plane is it does have a very nice floating characteristic to it. So it doesn't really need a lot of power, but I think this thing would be absolutely ridiculous under some decent power, like an 8S system. This thing would be a rocket ship, and I think it deserves it. I think it absolutely deserves it. It is a beautiful model. The EPO foam on this is a little different than your typical EPO foam models. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain. It almost feels like it's rubber inside of it. It almost feels like it's got rubber inside of it. And it might have some type of a latex in it. I'm not sure, but solid as a rock. It's solid as a rock. It's just one giant chunky piece of foam, man. It really is. Jeff's Custom RC would like me to let you guys know that he does have a MiG-17 kit. Just the airframe. There's nothing in it. No electronics whatsoever, you guys. It is just the airframe. And he's got one for sale if anybody's looking. If anybody's looking to buy an airframe and put their own servos in it and put their own power system in it, get a hold of my man, Jeff's Custom RC. And I'm sure that he will sell it to you for what he bought it for. You pay the shipping. You pay the shipping. Hey, I'm gonna now that I got Raven Rock in here, I'm gonna make Raven Rock. I'm gonna put Raven Rock as a moderator. All right, Raven Rock, you're a moderator now. And like I said, the more the channel grows, I'll start throwing out more moderators. But like most of the people that are moderators in here on this channel, they're actually really good friends of mine too, like personal friends of mine as well. Yeah, if you live in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Jeff's Custom, you're in Georgia or South Carolina? West Coast of Canada or East Coast of Canada? North Carolina. North Carolina, come on and raise up. Raven Rock, you're from North Carolina as well? Lee Davidson's from California. I haven't tested out the Spectrum yet, Michael. I'm actually going to pull this Beast biplane out of here probably tomorrow. I don't have anything going on, and I'm gonna get that Beast biplane hooked up to that Spectrum DX8. I want to fly this plane. I want to fly that plane so darn bad, man. Tennessee homegrown. Ruffins. I was born in Tennessee. I was born in an all-black community in Tennessee, in North Memphis, Tennessee. Went to an all-black school until I was in the 4th grade. Tim would like me to let you guys know that he has a DX9 coming. That's good, man. That's good. I got really lucky. Michael Raja sent me his Generation 2 DX8, and I am completely stoked about it. I think it's an awesome radio. I can't wait to start using it. Yeah, I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few planes that I could hook up to that Spectrum. And then I've got a big giant scale Hangar 9 P51 for sale. It's all ready to go. It's already got the motor on it and everything. All you got to do is put the bottom half of the cowl on. Got a brand new fuel tank for it. All put together with the all electric, all metal. What's he saying? Ideas for custom paint. Guys taking requests. What are you painting, Jeff? You're going to paint that MiG-17? Oh, my God. I would do – look, this is just my opinion, but if you watch some of the old school, like Vietnam era, like Wings episodes or whatever they are, or shit, I can't think of what they're called now. The Vietnam MiG-17 looks sick. It was a completely jungle camo, and it looked sick. It looked absolutely ridiculous, and it had the black stars on it. Instead of having white stars or red stars, it had black Soviet stars, and it looked sick. I think you should do a Vietnam paint scheme on that thing, dude. Yep. Vietnam paint scheme. In the front of it, the front intake, the plastic piece on the front intake, I believe it's black or gray. It's either black or gray. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Hold on. Vietnam paint scheme MiG-17.
These pictures should match.
Oh, there it is, boy. There it is. Oh, this one's got red on it, though. I don't know. There it is, Jeff. Hold on, I gotta get this thing to sit still. My hand's shaking. Hold on. There you go. There it is, Jeff. And then there's this one too, Jeff. So there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them. Doesn't that look nice, Jeff? That one looks nice, don't it? That dude had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kills. He had 9 kills in that thing. Here's a North Vietnamese MiG-17. And then there was another one right here that looked pretty damn cool too. This one is straight green. It's a Nigerian one. Nigerian MiG-17. That one looks pretty cool too. That one is like all green. It's one color green, but it looks good. It looks really good. It looks nice. It looks nice. Oh, I'm jealous, bro. I'm jealous, man. That's right. You can actually take that thing and paint it all up, man. It's got no electronics in it already. It is just completely ready for paint right now. Boom. It is ready to go. We had over 30 people in here a minute ago. It is, man. Blank canvas, man. I mean, you could do what you want. I honestly think that this paint job right here is pretty damn sweet too. But you already have a F-16 that's painted up like this. I mean, it's really up to you, man. You could. I mean, like, you could do anything on that, Jeff. You could do anything. Blank canvas, man. Holy cow, man. I don't even know. Like, the ideas are just racing through my head, man. You know what you should do, Jeff? Is like an American captured MiG-17 and put American shit on it, like paint it up like a Saber with the yellow stripe, like paint it up like the Free Wing Saber. Put the paint scheme from the Saber on it, and it would be like back in the day. The Germans used to capture like British airplanes, and like you would have like a German captured Tempest, and it would have that yellow bottom with the brown top. And the P-47s, they would capture our P-47s, and they would have like a brown top with that yellow bottom. The Soviets also had P-47s as well, and they had their like Soviet green with the red stars on it. But you could do something like that, like an American captured MiG-17 or a German captured MiG-17, put a German paint scheme on it. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. Right? That would be so sick to have a MiG-17 dressed up like a Saber, man. That would be so sick. There's not one out there, Jeff. It would be a one of a kind. No one else has it, dude. No one else would have it. You would have the only MiG-17 with Sabre with a Sabre paint job on it, dude. You would be the only one. Which one is that? Which one? Oh, you could even do the Sky Blazer one, dude. You could even put the Sky Blazer paint job on it, on the MiG. Gonna be a surprise, I know, man. But we just put a bunch of ideas in your head, man. We just put a whole shitload of ideas in your head, man. I can't wait to see what it's gonna be, man. I'm excited for that one, Jeff. I like when you go on your little painting escapades, man, and you start painting shit, man. You do a good job. You do a solid job on it, man. A really good job on it. Oh, yeah, and I also have to get this flex jet hooked up behind me. I have to buy a receiver for that, though. Flex jet needs to fly. Look, man, the F-4 Phantom, my dad says that plane, when he would talk to pilots who flew it, and he's retired Navy, he talked to the old school pilots that used to fly those things, and he said they flew like a turd with wings. They were not good for dogfighting. They were good for flying in real fast, shooting off a bunch of radar-guided missiles or heat-seeking missiles, and flying away. They were not a dogfighting plane. They didn't even have a freaking gun on it for like the first 2 or 3 years of it being in service. Yeah, no guns. They finally ended up starting to put them on there, but by that time the Corsair had pretty much taken over the F8 Corsair. Yeah, had started taking over the primary duties and primary roles. And then shortly after that, we started getting into some of our Generation 4 jets. Yeah, man. I can't wait to see what you're going to... Yeah, it's a flying tank, man. My dad said it was a flying turd. He said the guys that used to fly those, they were pretty nerve-wracked the entire time they were flying them. At speed... So at speed, when the thing is up to speed, when you got the F4 up to speed, it actually flies quite well. It's got a really big turn radius, and it flew quite well. But the second you started slowing those things down, forget about it. Forget about it. And they were fuel hungry. They were so fuel hungry, man. You're talking so much fuel. They didn't really have the range that the Corsair had. Just an overall like aircraft that kind of like they were like, hurry up, we need to throw something together so that we can go out and do some type of fighter support for our bombers. And that's where the F4 came from. It was really quick, really fast. All right, here you go. We got this. It's, designed to fly in real fast, throw off all your missiles, and go and get the hell out of Dodge. And it did well. I mean, it did well for what it was supposed to do. I mean, it actually shot down a lot of these MiG-17s in Vietnam. A lot of these MiG-17s fell prey to that F-4 Phantom. Or I should say to the radar, or heat-seeking missiles and radar-guided missiles. I think they were heat-seeking missiles back then. Yeah, they would go right up the tailpipe of these MiGs and blow them apart. Jeff, you have 8S in your F-16 or your F-4? Yeah. If I was gonna buy an F-4, it would have to be 8S. I wouldn't waste my time with a 6S version of that plane. I wouldn't do it. I'm not actually. You'll probably never see an F4 in this hangar, unless I stumble across one at some point. But I won't go out and buy one brand new. It's just not a plane. It's not a plane that you're going to see me flying. And it's not because I don't like the plane. I think the plane's a really nice looking plane. It's just not for me. It's not for me. Yeah, there it is. Eric Quinn just nailed it right on the head. The show's called Dogfights. History Channel's Dogfights. That's the one. Yep, that is the one. And as a matter of fact, back then, the Soviets actually had the MiG-21. They did have the MiG-21 at that time, but they had so few of them in Vietnam that their orders were to fly in as fast as you can go, fire off your rockets, and go. Don't engage. Don't get into a dogfight. Fire off your radar missiles or guided missiles and get the hell out of there. They used those things so sparingly. But when they did use them, you had to watch out, man, because they could get up on you quick. And they were just as fast as well, maybe not as fast as the F-4, but they would have given the F-4 a run for their money in a dogfight. Not to mention they had cannons. So, and I mean cannons, 37 millimeter cannon. Craziness, man. That's like a miniature nuclear missile coming at you. 37 millimeter, man. That's crazy big, man. That's a big round. That's big. MiG-29 at Dave Sarter, the Rusky pilots were the ones that downed a lot of our pilots. Yeah, they were too, Eric. They sure were, man. Yep. Could you imagine if they had an abundance of those MiG-21s while they were over there? They would have given the Americans a run for their money, man. They really would. I think they really would have. So anyways, guys. Oh, excuse me. What did you guys? Did any of you guys fly today? And if so, what did you guys fly? Fred Barron said his runway just got repaired. That's cool, man. Always good to have a working runway. Love RC, no. He said, I didn't get to fly. He said he was working. I'm sorry, Love RC. You get out to fly this weekend, I'm sure. Next 2 days of flying or work? Yeah, buddy. Going out flying. I am going to do a special episode tomorrow. And Love RC, I know I've been saying this for a week, bro. But we're finally going to take that damn 262 and paint it out. I already have it out there. It's all ready to go. We just got to go tape it up and paint it. That's all we got to do, man. We just got to tape and paint. I got my paint right here. And the plane's already out there. As you can see, the MiG-17 sitting in its spot. So the plane's out there. It's ready to go. We just got to paint it, get a paint job on that thing. And I'm actually going to send the Dynam 262 in the box that this came in. Because it's actually a bigger box. It's got more room. So, and then I'll be sending everything, all those. I'll be sending Eric's plane, your Dynam, and the 2 ESCs out all together. And then, like I said, I talked to you guys about shirts last night. I actually put an order in. It'll be here around the 1st. And I've got a bunch of guys at the AMA field that want shirts. If it's not won in a contest from now on, guys, if you want a shirt, it's $18. That's what I pay for every one of my shirts. It's $18. If I buy them singly, they're $20, but I buy them in a group in bulk, so I get them for like $17 or $18 a shirt. If you want the shirt, you want to send me PayPal me or whatever for the cost of the shirt, I will pay for the shipping to send it out to you. But my wife's getting a little angry at the fact that I spend so much money on shirts and didn't just give them away. So I told her I would start trying to get some compensation. I'd rather just give them away to you guys. That's just the way I feel. But the little things make her happy. If she sees me doing the little things, then I get a free pass most of the time. So give a little and get a lot back. One thing that I noticed about this EDF system in this MiG 17, I know that I was kind of using kind of like, I guess you would call your like generic brand. I mean, it's not a generic, it's a Turnigy, heavy duty Turnigy, but this thing sucked that Turnigy battery like it's I didn't have any more room for error. I had to put the plane down when I did. I don't know what would have happened if I had to have gone back around again. Oh my God. It was at 7%, you guys, when I got it down on the ground. 7% out of a 5,000, 7% left after 2 minutes and 10 seconds of flight. I know I had the gear down the whole time. That's creating drag. But come on, guys. I've never brought a plane down where I was at 7% battery life. Never. I think the lowest that I've ever gotten, and I was pretty cautious, I was pretty shook up about that, was 14%. That was also on a 6S battery, and it was on an Avani flight. I just kept it up there a little bit longer than I normally would. I wasn't paying attention to the timer. I also had like 18% battery life on the Dynam 262 one time flying it around. So, but 7%, you guys, I've never, ever gotten a battery down to 7%. Not in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. No way. Usually I'm probably right around 25 to 35% at that time. But I think the next time that I fly it, I'll put a better pack in it. Yeah, you get down below that, she'll cut. Yeah. Fred Barron says, you know what, guys, you let it get down too much further than that, and she'll come down for you, all right. She sure as hell will, man. I think it's a bad battery too, Dennis. Thank you. I think it's a bad battery too. I'm gonna charge that thing back up. But the thing about it is I just flew the last Avani flight that I just put up. I use that same battery, you guys. I use that same battery in my last Avani flight. And I flew that Avani longer than I flew this. And when I brought the Avani down, that thing still had 43% battery life left. The same battery. But when I flew it in this today, it sucked it all the way down to 7%. If it's not the battery, then this thing is a pig. That's basically what it is. Oh, she floats. This thing does float. She's floaty. As a matter of fact, you'll see in the flight, I actually bounced it, and then I was able to still flare it and come back down. So she does float. She floats really nicely, you guys. It's a nice model. If you guys want to start with a model, put your own stuff in it, your own control, like your own control horn arms and control surfaces, or not surfaces, but control. If you want to get a kit, like Jeff's Custom RC has. It's great. It's a great base as far as an airframe, as far as the way it flies, the way it handled while it was in the air. It's real big, real scale looking. But it could definitely use a more efficient power system, I think. I think an Inrunner or maybe an 8S JP fan or on an 8S system, 150 amp ESC on 8S 6000s probably. 2 4S 6000s, maybe Admiral Pros. YouTube will penalize what? Penalize what? Quit talking subs. I don't understand, Ryan. I don't think I follow. Was I talking about subscribers? When was I talking about subscribers? Oh, thank God. Oh my God. I was like, holy fuck. Man, you got my heart racing. God damn it, Ryan. I was like, what did I do? No, I can't get another strike. I can't have any more strikes. Oh my God. Woo! Calm down, Dave. Calm down. I almost like oh, 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 oh. Al Rupner, see you later. Call Ryan Dave. I don't know Ryan's number. What are you guys on drugs? You want me to call Ryan? How am I supposed? Who do you want to call Ryan? Me? You guys ain't talking about me, are you? Yeah, hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. Do. Holy shit! How far? Shit, man. Paint all the paint. Hold on, Ryan. I'm still. I don't see his number in the chat, Jeff. Jeff, give him my number. You got Ryan's number, Jeff. Give him my number. You guys are pulling my leg, aren't you? Did Ryan's kids get on his computer and they're just messing with me? His number's on the screen, Dave. Where? Is it the 574 number? This better not be some stupid thing, you guys. Like, fucking, it's going to tell me that I'm an asshole or something. You guys are dicks. Here it goes.
Dave, what is that?
Oh my God. Okay, so it's not a farce. What's going on, man? What did I do?
You didn't do nothing, but I just wanted. This was actually more funny trying to get a hold of me. Let me turn down my YouTube.
Gotcha.
Hey, yeah, you didn't do anything, but I know YouTube like pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a fact that they like do not want people talking stuff for stuff on these chats or in comments, and they when I was trying to tell you to not allow people to say that, it wouldn't even let me write stuff for stuff.
Oh, are you guys listening? Hey, I want everybody pay attention to this into the chat because you guys need to pay attention to this too. Here, I'm gonna turn the mic up. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I got YouTube turned off. But guys, man, listen, YouTube does not like stuff for stuff chatter because they want it to be all about quality, not pandering. I'm not trying to be a ninny, but I don't want to take a hit over it. And so, if you want to sub to somebody, go sub to them. Leave them a comment of value. But don't just go fishing for subs, especially if we've never seen you before. But I'm just saying, looking out for all my people who don't that YouTube is hard, but don't be throwing stuff for stuff around. You'll get your buddies in trouble.
Okay. All right. So you got
algorithm doesn't like that stuff.
Okay. All right. So you guys heard that. Everybody in this here, everybody that's in here right now, there's 34 of you guys in here right now. So listen, YouTube does not like it when you mess with their algorithms and you do the sub for sub thing. So if you're like, hey man, you sub for my channel and I'll give you a sub, they don't like that for some reason. Is there a reason why they don't like that, Ryan? Does it hurt things for them?
Well, it's just not. If their whole platform is based upon quality and value, what you get when you sub for subs is a whole lot of empty subs. Somebody will sub to you because you asked them to, but they really could give a shit less about what you're doing.
I got you.
It's just a bunch of empty numbers. And if they're trying to quantify the value of YouTube to sell it to advertisers, a bunch of fake ass subscribers don't help them out.
Gotcha.
So I mean, not picking on this guy. People don't know better because everybody's excited. They're getting in the game and everything. But you know what? If you want people to subscribe, just learn YouTube, put out good content, watch that junk around on Facebook. You know, or
right. So okay, Farmer Man. So yeah. So here, check this out, man. Usually, what I'll do is if okay, man, I'll talk to you later, Ryan. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate your time, man, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, man. All right, buddy.
I didn't want to sorry to derail your show, but I'm just looking out.
Hell no, man. If any time I get to have your voice on my show, bro, that only helps me. Are you kidding me? I'll just get. I know. Later, bro. You too, man. Later. Bye. All right, dudes. So basically, this is the way it goes, guys. Usually, if we see a new person in the chat, Eric, I want you to stay on top of this too. And no big deal, Farmer Man. I didn't know. I didn't even know. Ryan knows a lot about this, and I'm glad he does because he could have just saved my bacon there. I could have, they could have frowned on me for that. So basically, what I'll do is at the end of the show, if I see a new name in here, I'll say, listen, guys, check out Farmer Roas. Check out his YouTube channel. Go over and give him a subscription. But what they don't like is for you to be like, hey, man, you sub to my channel, I'll sub to yours. They don't like what they're called empty subs. Basically, so you might get like 4 or 5 people from this chat that'll go over and sub to your channel, but they won't view a damn thing. They care less about the channel, just like Ryan was saying. And that hurts them on advertisement. That's how YouTube makes money, is through their advertisement. And subscribers have to be watching content in order to see the commercials, in order to buy things, in order to make YouTube money. So that's basically what Ryan's saying. I didn't know that, Farmer Man. So you're good in my book. You've been a subscriber for a little while now. I think I saw you pop up around Christmas time, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't even know that. So it's a good thing, Ryan. It's a good thing I just got a hold of Ryan and we figured that out. So now that we know that, Yeah, we'll refrain from doing that. And Eric, so Eric, what we'll do is if you see that if you ever see that in the chat, just make sure you pretty much block that message and then let the guy know immediately why you blocked his message so that they don't get like butthurt, and like be like, oh, he blocked my message. Oh, I'm out of here, So, I mean, we have these problems with Captain Photon all the time. I mean, Ricky's always getting us into some shit. So don't feel bad, Farmer Man. I mean, that's just the way it goes, man. Ricky's got like CIA jobs and stuff. He's always monitoring us. He's always looking at our personal stuff and looking in our phones and our computers from his work desk. Tricky Ricky. I'm just kidding. No, that's a joke, man. I just like messing with Ricky. But the snake is in the chicken's den. I repeat, the snake is in the chicken's den. Dave rocks. Not. That's what Ricky thinks. But yeah, so we'll just pay it. The fox. Yeah, the fox. Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah, I didn't know that, you guys. I didn't know that. I believe I heard Ryan saying that before, how they don't like doing that sub for sub thing, but I wasn't quite sure what he meant. Like if you had two RC channels, like me and Jeff's Custom, I'd be like, Jeff's Custom, I love your channel. Awesome, I'm going to subscribe. And then you're like, Dave, well, your channel was pretty good too, so I'm going to subscribe to your channel. That may be a little different, but the thing about going up there and putting it in the chat and saying, hey, guys, sub to my channel, I'll sub to yours, I don't think YouTube likes that so much. So not to mention what I just described, like me and Jeff doing would be like a more one-on-one thing rather than posting it in a chat. It would be something like, I just saw one of your videos. It was really awesome in his comment section. You know what I mean? Not up here in the live chat. So, and trust me, guys, YouTube does pay attention. Trust me, man. I was filming. I was really excited the Patriots got in the playoffs last year, and I knew that they were going to beat the shit out of the Chargers. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to film the first half of this game. And I filmed the first half of that game, you guys, and I got penalized for that, man. I got penalized for that because the NFL does not like it when you film their games without taking breaks in between. Like, say if I was to look up and just see like one play and then put the camera back down, let a couple plays go by and then film another one, they wouldn't have cared. But it's because I from start to finish, I live stream the entire first half of that game. They're like, Dave, you're an asshole. The NFL hates you, and we're going to suspend you for 3 months now. And they took my live streaming capabilities away from me for 3 months, you guys. 3 freaking months. I could not live stream for 3 months. I'm sitting here blogging every day. So they do pay attention. They do pay attention. Don't think that they don't pay attention, because they do. They have moderators of their own that are constantly siphoning through all this information. They even have web bots that go out probably and pick up on keywords. And then they're like, boom, we got it right here. What is it? Oh, dipshit Dave over there from the RC channel is freaking filming the goddamn Chargers game. What an idiot. The Patriots were going to blow the Chargers out of the water. Why didn't he wait for the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl? Well, that's because he's an idiot. So, yeah, don't get caught up in pissing YouTube off, man, because YouTube, they'll piss you off. They have the power to shut you down. And I goddamn it, they will. They will shut you down. They did me, and it was horrible. I felt so damn lonely here. I couldn't live stream. I just felt like, like the umbilical cord was cut. And they did right to the 30th day, or right to the 3rd month, man, to the day, to the hour, to the minute, to the second, I was suspended. I finally went on my computer the day after, and I was like, I can live stream again. But during that time of my 3 months off, they put they made it so that you can't they made it so that you can't live stream from your phone anymore until you have 1,000 subs. I've been live streaming from my phone for Christ's sakes, man, since I started doing this YouTube channel way back 2016. And when I came back and I realized I couldn't live stream from my phone anymore, I was devastated, man. I had to go out and buy a laptop and a cam and a mic just so that I could sit in here and do these episodes, man. So, yeah, don't piss off YouTube, man. YouTube will ultimately win. So, yeah, don't piss off YouTube, guys. I mean, I've done it. I didn't mean to do it. I wasn't trying to make money off of showing that video to anybody. I mean, honestly, I was just filming it for people who couldn't see it. Maybe some military guys over in Iraq or Afghanistan who couldn't see it, but they got YouTube and they're like, oh man, this guy's filming the game. Oh my God, this is so crazy. So I filmed the first half of that game for your pleasure and I got punished for it. So yeah, guys, don't screw with YouTube. YouTube is a great thing, you guys. YouTube's a great thing. It's a great platform for people to share their information, share their videos, for friends to get together and hang out, live streams, chats, videos, and it's a good thing, man. And they have rules, they have guidelines, and they have rules that everyone has to go by and participate in those same rules and has to deal with those same things in order for it to work for everyone, you guys. So they've been doing this for a long time, and maybe it was a certain way when they first started, but the longer you do something, the more experience you get with it, and the more you figure little things out. So every little one of their things is put in place for a reason, and the reason that they do it, it's on them. It's not up to us to know the reason for that. They have their own reasons why they do things a certain way. It's up to us as YouTubers and followers to uphold those rules. And there's not many of them, you guys. I mean, it's a pretty free, open thing, YouTube. So the little things that they ask of you, just do it. Just do it. If they ask you not to talk about certain things, just don't talk about it. You're not supposed to be filming football games from start to finish. Don't do that. That's crazy. That was just crazy. I don't even know what possessed me to do that, to be honest with you. But yeah, guys. Well, enough about that. So I'm hour and 7 minutes, man. That's usually my cutoff time, you guys. I'm kind of tired. I've spent half the day up at the field today, all last night getting this plane ready. This morning, I got up, I went and visited my nephew for a little while, and came back here, worked on the plane a little bit more, got it ready to go put in the back of the truck. Then I got up to the flying field. I flew around the Arrows Bearcat a little bit, and then I got this thing and did the maiden flight on this. And now I'm home. And my beautiful wife's in there waiting for me to go take a shower and come to bed, and I think I'm gonna go join her, you guys. I'm actually a little tired myself. But I do appreciate every one of you guys coming in here. Deuces Wild, I'm glad you can make it, man. Glad you can make it in here. I appreciate everything that you did for me last night, Deuces Wild, you and Jeff's Custom. You guys were a big part of this plane getting the maiden flight done on this plane today. Was a big part of you guys helping me out. And I appreciate that. She flew like a dream. If you don't have a MiG-17, bros, go get one. You won't regret it. It's an awesome model. Like I said, it doesn't matter who came out with it, whether it was Free Wing or Avios. I won't say Dynam, but shit, it even could have been Dynam. Dynam could have even came out with this plane, and I still would have bought it. So it doesn't matter. I've been waiting for a large-scale MiG-15 or a MiG-17 to come out, and it's finally here, you guys, and I'm really excited to have it in my hangar. For those of you guys that don't have it, you really need to look into at least getting a kit and starting off doing your own thing with it. For those of you guys that can spare the cash and put up the $400 for it, I would definitely be adding this one to my hangar if I were you guys. This is a really nice looking plane. It's a really nice flying plane. But yeah, guys, So pilots. So here's my spiel, guys. This is what I do at the end of every show. So listen, guys. Episode 16 of Toe the Line next week, 9 p.m. Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike's RC YouTube channel. Tomorrow night we got the Pilots Lounge with all the Hanger Rats starting at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then Sundays, you guys, we have the Mary Boozer's channel. Where the hell is Mary Boozer, by the way? What's he doing? What is Mary? Why is it? What is Mary? What? I didn't see Mary Boozer in here, not once yet. Where's he at? Or is he in here and he's just being quiet? It doesn't matter. He's probably busy getting ready for his show on Sunday, which is at 8 p.m. Eastern time, you guys. So Friday nights, we got Toe the Line at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Saturday nights, we got the Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike RC YouTube channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Sundays, we got the Mary Boozers RC channel, and they start at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be square, guys. The Pilots Lounge is a hell of a lot of fun, guys. There's definitely a heck of a lot more people in the Pilots Lounge than there is here. This is just kind of how we kick off our Friday on our weekend by starting off with Toe the Line, and then we work into the Pilots Lounge and then in the Mary Boozer channel on Sunday. So if you're not doing anything and you got some spare time after 9 o'clock on the weekends, go ahead and tune in. Make sure you check out Ryan in his Patreon account. It's probably Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike's RC YouTube channel at patreon.com or something. Make sure you check out his Patreon page. If you haven't been over to check out his Patreon page, check it out. I also have a Patreon page where I'm not able to have super chats turned on at this point. I do have a Patreon page, and every time someone donates to my channel, 30% of that goes to the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. So, and then Mary Boozer, he has his super chats now. I'm not sure if he has a Patreon. I'm not sure. I know that Pilot Ryan does. So make sure you guys check those out. Feel free to leave a donation if you'd like, or become a member of our Patreon community. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the maiden. I put the video up already. Everybody in the chat, Lee Davis and Tanger, Jeff Customs, Eric Rogers, Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike. Ryan, I appreciate you stopping by tonight. Deuces Wild, thank you for your help. Eric Quinn, thank you. Raven Rock, I really appreciate you coming in here tonight, man. I was actually hoping you would be here last week. I'm glad that you came in this week. That's good. Tim, Farmer Man, all of you guys. I appreciate everything, you guys. Yeah, check out my maiden flight on this, man. It's nothing spectacular. I got the plane up, I flew it, and I got it down. And that's basically all I really want to do for a maiden anyways. I don't know why I was so nervous with this plane in comparisons to all the other ones that I fly. I fly a lot of these planes, and for some reason, this plane really had me nervous for some reason. I really don't know why. Once it took off, I was like, it's an EDF. So basically, yeah, man, I don't know why. I don't know why I got nervous. But anyways, guys, I appreciate everyone being in here tonight. And we'll see you guys in the Pilots Lounge tomorrow. And we'll see you guys at the Boozers channel on Sunday. I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go take a shower, and I'm going to settle in for the night. Yeah, guys, I'm Dave. This is Dave's RC, episode 15 of Toe the Line right here. It's in the books, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at the Pilots Lounge. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.